Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. There was a time in our country when that disease was new and unknown. Today, our knowledge of AIDS is vast. For many, understanding the disease started because of one Indiana boy named Ryan White. In the early 1980s, Ryan contracted AIDS through treatment for his hemophilia. He was expelled from his school, but his fight to live a normal life and return to the classroom was pushed into the national spotlight. After his death, the Indianapolis Children's Museum became the home to Ryan's story. An exhibit with Ryan's actual bedroom belongings is on display on the museum's third floor to help educate people of all ages. I sat down with Ryan's mom, Jeanne White-Ginder, in that exhibit to talk about Ryan's life and his legacy. Jeanne White-Ginder, thank you for joining us at Indianapolis this week. Nearly 25 years since the passing of your son, Ryan White, and the legacy continues.
Yeah, I would never have thought that Ryan's legacy would still be ongoing today because of the Ryan White Care Act and because of the Children's Museum. And I think just because Ryan put a face to this disease to where people could listen. People could actually think that, or felt like they knew a person that had AIDS because of Ryan. So I think he opened the eyes to a lot of people to make this a disease, as Ryan always said, and not a dirty word.
What is the challenge in today? When it comes to AIDS, we still talk about it. It's still very much, not only here in our country, but in Africa, is dealing with it in big terms. What is the biggest challenge?
Our failure has been, and our biggest challenge is really the preventing the disease, really. I mean, we have done a very poor job of preventing the disease from spreading. As far as educational efforts, I think because of religious and moral issues that have always surrounded the disease, it's been hard to get family members to talk about AIDS. It's been hard to get schools to talk about it, and definitely the churches. The people have not responded to the educational because it's sexual.
You're also focused now on trying to get kids to not bully each other.
Yeah.
Tell me about that effort, because that's also key to what you want people to remember about your son, Ryan.
You know, Ryan, he said something on the Phil Donahue show one time. He said, you know, I'm surprised we have dogs nowadays because they're different. It's amazing how you'll accept a dog into your house, but you won't accept someone because of their race, color, religion, or what they have in them. Him meaning AIDS. And so I think it was very important to Ryan. He saw so much discrimination through this disease from people saying, well, you have to be gay to get this disease, or you have to be an IV drug user, or you had to do something bad or wrong, or you wouldn't have got this disease. And to see that, see the comments that people made, and see the kids, how they bully kids nowadays because of how they look or what they have in them. So that was really hard for Ryan to see, and me to see, people picking on your kid. You know, they can pick on mom, but don't pick on my kid.
Hey, listen, don't ever pick on mom.
Yeah.
So when you talk to the kids, what's the one thing you want them to walk away with?
Don't judge somebody unless you get to know them and you get to be friends with them and see what they're really like. People make rash decisions just by what you look like, or you know, what you have in you, and like Ryan said. So I think it's just to look at a person for who they are, get to know a person first.
So here we are at the Children's Museum. We are in the room that's much like a replica of Ryan's room. Mm-hmm. Is this a comforting place for you?
It is. This is not a replica. This is all his actual things.
So this is the real deal.
This is the real things. This is how Ryan's room actually was. They came out to the house. They even packed every G.I. Joe, wrapped it in tissue paper. The dimensions of his room, this is a little larger than his real room, but it was above a garage, so it was a big room. But yeah, they did an excellent job of, you know, really creating Ryan's room.
So for you, though, is this comforting? And when people come into the room, then, what do you want them to walk away from? What is it about this place that you wanted people to say, you know, I was there at the Ryan White exhibit?
I think I want people to say, you know, he was just like me. I like those same things. You know, I like doing that. He was just a normal kid that wanted to go to school. But if you try to take everything away from you, you'd be surprised how small the things are that you really want to accomplish in life. And, you know, for Ryan, everybody says, you know, well, why did you force him to go to school? And I said, well, I didn't. I said, but one thing, he was calling me at work every day. He was saying, Mom, I'm so bored. Ryan was only supposed to live 3 to 6 months, and 5.5 years. If he had not fought to go back to school. What a waste of a child's life. His life wasn't wasted. He got to go back to school. He got to accomplish things. He got to, you know, for people to look up to him and say, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. And look at me, I did.
Jeanne White-Ginder, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Rafael.
being a great voice and for being a great mom.
Thanks.
Jeanne says she continues to work with singer Elton John on AIDS awareness programs and is very thankful for the kindness the late singer Michael Jackson showed her family before and after Ryan's death.